Hi everyone, it's Margaret Manning here. Welcome to 60 and Me. I hope that you're having an amazing day wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much for being here. You're really appreciated. I'm actually having my nice cup of tea this morning. I've got a cup of Assam tea. It's from India. It's a very dark black tea. Got my red mug. And I just hope that you've got a cup of tea or coffee, something that you love, because we've got some really interesting topics to talk to you about today. But first of all, I wanted to let you know that our sponsor for this show is International Living. Now, some of you may be thinking about moving abroad for retirement, and International Living for the last 40 years has been looking at different countries around the world, and they've got people in those countries. They've got boots on the ground actually looking at and assessing the different factors involved in retiring in that country. And every year they put together a global retirement index, which covers the top 25 countries, ranks them and rates them in different categories. And they would like to share this with our 60 and Me community. So they've put together this global retirement index, and you can get a free copy of it by just going to internationalliving.com/60 and me, and just sign up to receive this great resource. As I said, they've got people in the countries, and that makes such a difference when you've got people living and experiencing a place. So if you're considering retiring abroad, seriously, or maybe just thinking about it, go out and check it out, internationalliving.com/60 and me. So thanks to International Living for sponsoring us today. Now, our topic. Okay, so this is maybe for you a time of the year when there's a lot of emotion. In fact, being 60 years old is pretty emotional. There's just a lot going on. We're looking at our lives through a slightly different lens where we're going deep. We're looking at things that maybe we didn't spend so much time reviewing before. We kind of rode over them as we were busy with maybe children or our careers. And now that we're a little older, we're kind of looking at this time of our life with a bit of a magnifying glass. And you might be feeling a bit blue. This is that time of the year when you're feeling sensitive, vulnerable, maybe just a little bit, needing to take some time for yourself. But Jen Moore, one of our bloggers, wrote a really fun article. Well, I say fun. It's actually a way to think about how to deal with these emotions at any time of the year, but I particularly perhaps around the holidays. And I think that what she suggests here is really, really fascinating. Now, what she's saying is that, it's obviously natural to feel a little bit blue if you're by yourself or you're feeling something is missing in your life. But there are some ways that you can release those tensions and those stresses and find meaning and purpose in your life. And actually, she gives 12 tips in this article, and I encourage you to go out and read it because it's a nice article and it covers things. You've probably heard some of them before, but Jan has a different lens on this. I enjoy her articles. I think she's simple, simple recommendations that are not going to cost you a lot. Some of them are simply a shift in your mindset. But anyway, here we go. So these are a couple of ways that she likes to think about giving at this time of the year. One is to reach out to others and like I said, give something of yourself. Give a few pennies to a street musician. Maybe just don't walk by this time. Just stop and listen for a couple of seconds and give something to someone else. You can always volunteer. There's so many things year round that need your love and your expertise and your compassion. I think that a lot of women in our 60s just need that outlet to give something back. So that's one thing, to give, find a way to give. Another is to offer something to a friend, something you can do to make their lives easier. Maybe to solve a problem for them. We used to do this when we would put our resumes together for working. Hey, hire me because I can solve this problem for you. And maybe there's someone that's got a little puppy or a dog that needs a walk. Maybe they had a knee operation or they're just not feeling well. Go and volunteer. Say, hey, can I take your dog for a walk? Can I do something to help you? Another thing is, this is a very simple one, but it's feed the birds. Now, I'm a big fan of getting out into nature this time of the year. I think it's really energizing and soothing, but do something practical. It's actually funny. I was walking the other day and I saw in the tree, just in the middle of a forest almost, someone had put like a coconut shell, a coconut yeah, the shell, and put food in there for the birds. And they were scattered about, and it was really sweet. So feed the birds. You can buy those little suet bowls, they cost pennies, and just put it in your tree near your house or bush and watch the birds come. You can always help out at hospitals. It doesn't matter what time of the year. You can always go and be of help. I was going to go volunteer at our hospital because I'm English speaking, and in our community there are many English speaking people. So that's something that I've thought about doing. Perhaps if you were a nurse or in the health related business, this would be a great use of your skills. So volunteering at a hospital is, or hospice, or even a daycare center. All those things are really great ways to give, and it keeps circling back to that, because I think that can deal and help with the blues. If you're feeling a bit sad, just help someone. Take a walk in your neighborhood. Now, I know Jan lives on an island in British Columbia, and I'm sure her walking experience is different than ours, but go out for a walk just in the park. Walk around your city streets. Walk to the bus or to the train in a way or to wherever you walk regularly in a different way. Go somewhere that you've never been. Look at all the different colored doors or decorations that people have on their houses, or just a lawn feature, how they've decorated their garden. Smell the flowers. I think that's a nice one. Another one that she talks about is have a bubble bath. Okay, hands up. When was the last time you took a bubble bath? I mean, I don't have a bath, but just do anything like this. Put some beautiful oil on your body, or just give yourself a massage. Just anything that is giving you pleasure and giving you pampering. Pamper yourself. That's a really good way to beat the blues, because, well, distraction. I mean, we can't help but be concerned about the things that are going on in this crazy world. We know it's tough. But I think the greatest way to fight the blues and the sadness that sometimes surround us is to just distract yourself and find things to do, like that. Pamper yourself. Take a bubble bath. Another thing is to have a laugh. Go to a comedy show or watch your favorite films on Netflix or wherever you watch them. Just choose one that's deliberately silly. What was the one I watched? Legally Blonde. I know, it's really stupid. Oh, and Love Actually I watched. And yes, they're funny. And for like 2 hours, you just get a little bit out of your own thoughts into something distracting and fun. Binge watch. That's okay. You have permission. Dig your hand in a bowl of popcorn. It's all right to add a bit of salt to, and maybe some butter. But just do something that's okay, this is for me. You can just host a dinner, like a little potluck at your house. You can do this all year round. Just choose a seasonal theme and just say, hey, everybody bring a little bowl of something, and, we'll just sit down and chat. And even if you have a small place, you can squeeze at least 4 people even in a room, and just, get people together. And I think sometimes actually hearing other people's stories helps you. So it's good for you. Another thing you can do, now, this is a suggestion that Jan made for the holidays, but which is to stealth decorate. Go put a red bow somewhere or a Christmas ornament. But I actually mention this, as just in general, because I do something that's kind of unusual, and maybe you do something like this too. Now, I don't have any to hand actually, but I do paint rocks. I do have one which says love. This is one of my little rocks. And I like doing it. It just makes me feel good. And so what I do is I take these rocks, most of them are rainbow colored, and I take these and just put them somewhere. On the train, on a table. They're not all this big, so just drop it there. But anyway, I put my little rocks around, and she says do things like hang scarves for the homeless, or how people, when they find something on the ground, they'll hang it on a bench or hang it on a fence. Just do that randomly, and somebody will come along and hopefully find use for it. I think that's really a nice idea. The rainbow rocks are my thing. What's yours? Another thing she talks about is hosting a cookie exchange. You could do a clothes exchange. If you're doing your downsizing, just get all your clothes together, call up 5 friends and say, hey, come on over, bring some outfits that you don't wear, we'll trade. That's a really cool idea. There's a few more here, but there's one more I want to mention because I do really believe in this one myself, which is shop local. Give yourself a budget, whether it's $5 or $15, 20, whatever that you can afford. Just say, I'm going to go buy something from a local shop. And of course, we all love the big shops, don't we? It's the convenience of shopping online and all of that. We know that. I do it too, all the time. But if you take that $10 or whatever you've got and go buy something from a little shop that sells little necklaces or jewelry or chocolates or just a local grocer, that sells their food, maybe it's 2 pennies more than going to the big shops, but it's really meaningful to them. They're putting their kids through school. They're living their lives, doing their best. I just think that's a cool suggestion. So thanks, Jen, for all these great ideas. And I think that, just taking one or two of these is going to help you just kind of bounce off the blues a bit, whatever season of the year you're in right now, and deal with those deep emotions that we all are going through right now as older women. So what tips do you have for beating the blues? What do you do when you feel a bit down? Leave your comments in the section below. Let's have a conversation. I really would like to know what you do, and let's share with our friends here on 60andMe. Don't forget, by the way, to check out our website, 60andme.com, and also our Patreon community at patreon.com/60andme. Just ways to engage with us on our different channels. But tell us what you do to beat the blues. I'd love to know. So take very good care, everybody. Have a really, really wonderful day, whatever you decide to do for yourself, and we'll talk again soon. So bye-bye for now.